Hello everyone, this is TailsFan109 and welcome back to Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. We are now in the Forest Temple, the first real tough dungeon of the game. So, before we go through this door, first things first, you want to go this way. This will save you a lot of trouble, because there is actually a key up here. Yep. This dungeon is where they finally bring the small keys into play, and oh my gosh, they were not so nice about this first one. But also, there is a gold skulltula here, the first of 5. The 5 temples we'll be going through, they each have 5 gold skulltulas in them. So these 5 temples actually make up for a fourth of all the gold skulltulas in the game. So yeah, that's a little first puzzle right there. It's a bit cruel. Alright, so we want to kill these guys the same way. Have them come... Well, actually, we don't have to fight these guys at all. Let's just leave. They're not really going to give us much anyway. Alright, and Skulltulas, they're back. But with the hook shot, they are seriously easy. And here is where we run into our big dungeon mechanic of the game. Of the dungeon. Our big dungeon mechanic of the dungeon. The rest of these dungeons generally have some kind of a mechanic to them. This one involves finding the Poe sisters and bring them down once again. We'll have to kill all 4 of them to get to the end. Anyways, there is another gold skulltula right here. Alright, there we go. And now we go in here. And if this is your first playthrough, or you're just not too good at this game yet, I would highly recommend having a fairy before coming in here, or fairy or 2, because here's the first mini boss of the dungeon. The Staffles, they are tough. What you really want to do is wait till they attack, and then kind of strike immediately. You can try and block their attacks if you wish, but that doesn't give you a lot of time. And sometimes if you get a nice strike, you can get them down very quickly. And they do a jump attack, go after them quickly. And target one at all times. Because if you're targeting one, the others will leave you alone. So I'm kind of into the brute force, but you might want to use your shield and then quickly get a strike, and that might be your best choice. Anyways, there's a heart and a fairy in here. They were being generous with this, because I'm not gonna lie, this can be a tough fight. Alright, but we're gonna have to fight some more of those later on. And yeah, it's a little tougher. Alright, now before we actually go through the locked doors here, we actually want to go this way. So I'm gonna say one thing. This dungeon, while it's the first of the 5 temples, it's also one of the more puzzle-oriented dungeons in the game. This one has a lot of puzzles, and it will most certainly confuse you the first couple of tries. I think I want to kill him. There. I don't really think there's anything to do here. So, yeah, let's move on. Of course, let's kill these Waltulas. They are not welcome. This last one, unfortunately, is too high, so we're actually gonna have to try to avoid this one, unfortunately. I'm going through all this now because there's a lot of keys you need to pick up! He missed! Oh my gosh! I think that's the first time he ever missed. Oh look, it's a blue bubble. You always need to use your shields to get rid of their fire, because with their fire, they are completely invincible. Completely. Also, a nice other reason to come in here is because this is where the map is. Hooray for the map. So let's take a look at how big this dungeon is. Yep, this one really isn't. The last two floors are kind of small, but the first two are big, and they will take a lot of time to get through. This is definitely the biggest dungeon this far in the game. And I'll say this, it's still one of the most confusing. That's the way to go. So we could go by Vine, or we could just do this. Now this red switch is something unique. You step on it, it activates, but if you step on it again, it deactivates. I don't know why you really don't want to deactivate it. Why? Because that just rises the water in the well again, and you really don't need that to happen. Alright, let's jump down. It's another big Deku Baba, hooray. Oh, by the way, we should be able to reach this. Of course, getting the proper angle can be another story, but I really want to get this now, because the other way involves going through like half the dungeon. Or more. So in here is a heart. Yeah, that is kind of lame, but whatever. We can now get out our third gold skulltula of the dungeon. Only 2 remain now. And one of them we won't be getting until the very end. The other, well, I know where it is. So, let's go into the well. Also, yeah, that's a nice way to avoid taking damage. When you're falling, push up against the well's ladder, and you'll be fine. I meant to only pick up one of the hearts, not avoid both. Alright. So we had to go through all this, because in here is yet another key. This is not a very generous dungeon at all. It does a lot to try and disorient you. Now that should be all the keys. So let's move on. Yeah, I think that's all of them. But wasn't there a 4th key? Oh, I'll be darned if I actually made a screw up. Anyways, let's actually start moving further into the dungeon now. Oh no, I have enough keys. Now I know for sure. I forgot if this door had a lock on it as well. Alright, so in this room we will be going across one of the bigger puzzles of the dungeon. The others were more small talk. It's a block puzzle. There are arrows painted on the floor! No kidding! And you should heed these, because they're actually trying to help us. So yeah, we gotta push this block into the proper place. But hold on, it's still trying to trick you. You see, there is a ladder up here, and you need to go up here now. Why? Because this puzzle is multi-layered. You need to push this block, otherwise you can't complete the puzzle. You'll see why in a moment or so. Alright, there we go. So yeah, this is how it confuses you. We'll get that eye a little later. You see, this time the block puzzle is more than just dealing with one block, and whew, that is something. I mean, we've had certain block puzzles that deal with more than one block in Link's Awakening, but to do multi-layers like that, that's something different. Of course, it's just making use of the fact that this is a 3D Zelda game. It's a nice block puzzle, I gotta admit, and first time playing it most certainly stumped me. Then again, this dungeon was very confusing the first time. There is a bit of backtracking involved, as you have already seen, and will continue to see. You see, we had to push that block so that it would actually have enough space to go through here. Aha, it's a trickster. Alright then. Well, we have solved the block puzzle. Hooray! Alright then, to move on. Alright, let's go up here. Up, 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 there we go. And oh, it's a silver eye. Silver eyes are kind of like the red switches. If you hit them a second time, they deactivate. This corridor's all twisted. Yeah, this is very interesting. I'd like to know how they pulled it off, actually. Watch out for the shadows of monsters that hang from the ceiling! That's actually a good thing you said, Abby, and... There's a treasure chest here! Yep, but how do we get to it? Only time will tell, and that's why we needed the third key. Oh look, it's a black painting. Why is it all black? And, ooh, it's a ghost! Oh, look at that. It's one of the Pole sisters. We can't deal with her now. What we can deal with, though, is another mini-boss. So this Stalfos, for some reason, can float over the hole, but we will fall. We just gotta kill him. Try and stay in one area here. You don't want to fall into that hole. Jump attacks do hurt, though, so don't get hit by that. It's also the best time to attack him, however, because he's completely defenseless during that time. Afterwards, we gotta find another two set of Stalfoses, and I'm worried because when there's more than one Stalfos, they can die differently. They can die normally, or, well, let's see if they do it. Or they can split like that. If they split like that, then you've got to be very quick on killing this guy. You will probably have to take some damage, but you gotta be quick, because if you're not quick when they split apart like that, they can come back to life, which will make the whole ordeal a lot more difficult. But anyways, we made it. We have gotten the dungeon item. At last. What could it be? It is the fairy bow. And as we all know in Zelda games, bows are great. From the very first game to Breath of the Wild. Well, at least in Breath of the Wild, once you get the better bows, they start to get good. The early ones, though, they stink. So, yeah, we're already going to do a little backtracking now. Because remember the bow paintings? Yeah, we have to deal with them now. You don't want to get too close to them or else they'll fade away. So, you gotta shoot them with an arrow. Yep. Shoot the paintings with an arrow. This only works if there's a Poe in them, though. And when there's only one, it's got nowhere to hide. There we go. A Poe sister. Now, you don't want to target Poes, because when you target them, they generally decide to disappear, and when they disappear, they're invincible. But I just want to show you this sister's name. Joelle. What I do like to do, though, is try and get into a target position in an attempt to do a jump attack. Because jump attacks are strong. Of course, let's draw him a little closer. And darn it! Go! However, every time you hit these Poke Sisters, they become invisible for a while. But jump attacks are most certainly the quickest way to deal with these Poes. This, well, it deals the most damage out of everything. And sure beats using up all your arrows. And yeah, we do get a treasure chest for our efforts. This is a good chest because, well, it's a key. But we're actually not going to move on ahead right now. We're actually going to do some backtracking. Trust me, you will thank me for this. There's some stuff we have to get before moving further on. Again, another attempt from the temple to try and confuse you as much as possible. But doing this untwists the corridor. That is cool. That is very cool indeed. I like that a lot. Hooray. So, okay. By doing this, we can jump to here, and we can actually get this chest early on. I think you can guess what this chest is just based on the fact that it looks different. It is, in fact, the boss key. We already have the boss key, but we're nowhere close to the end of this dungeon yet. We're only about halfway through. Oh, right, I have to kill them. Yeah, they are invincible when they have their fire. Which is why you gotta kill them. Hey, come back here. Thank you. Alright, let's go. Let's go in. Alright, so I'm gonna be very careful jumping over here because, well, this is where Gold Skulltula number 4 is. Hooray! After this, there's only one more Gold Skulltula left, and we won't even have to worry about the last one until we get into the room that's right before the final boss of the dungeon, that is. Alright, give me a stick, I guess. Oh, gosh. I almost fell off. That would have used up quite a bit of ample time. So, in here is a floor master. They can be annoying. After you split them apart, try and use a big spin attack to get them. And then kill them very quickly. Otherwise, they will grab hold of you, and it will regrow. And when they come after you, they are completely invincible. How have I not picked up a magic jar yet? Okay, then. So, yep, another small key. Nobody said this was gonna be a friendly dungeon. The other 3 were Child's Play, which... okay, that makes sense, because they were Kid Link dungeons. This is the serious stuff, however. I hope you guys have been following along quite nicely with all of the backtracking. Don't worry, not all of the remaining dungeons are as mean at backtracking as this one is. This is one of the worst offenders. Probably the second worst offender. Oh, no, but this isn't the worst. Oh, no, there is one dungeon that is much worse. And most of you probably know what I'm talking about. So anyways, you don't have to do this because it just has arrows. That has like 30 or... it has about 30 arrows in it. I don't know why you would need that much. I doubt you would have used that much by this point. But anyways, it's time to retwist that corridor so we can actually move on with the dungeon. Hooray. Alright, so let's see if I can hit this eye from afar. Oh, darn it, I'm a bandit. Okay, that didn't hit it at all. Alright, there it is. Let's go. Alright, cool. So now we can finally go through the other door that was in the mini-boss room. And honestly, you probably could have gone to this next room first, because it's where the compass is. But I kind of knew where everything was, so I didn't go for it. Well, that's that, so... there should be some hearts and maybe even a fairy somewhere in here. But, yeah, I'm at full health now, so it's fine. Let's see, is there a... I can't see from here. Look, it wasn't here anyway. Chances are it's up here. Yep, there's the second post sister. Hooray. Alright. This is it. Last one. She has a weird face. This is Beth. Hi, Beth. Let's do my standard jump attack roll, 'cause it rocks. Come on, come on. Another jump attack. Yes. I love jump attacks so much. And there we go. She's down. Time to get more arrows. And, well, we are going to be ending this video with the compass. Took 20 minutes to get this thing. Wow. I could have shaved off a few minutes by actually coming here first. But anyways, here's the compass. Before I end the video off, let's take a look at what's left. There's 2 more treasure chests, and I think we all could have figured out the boss was going to be on the bottom floor. Anyways, that will do it for now. We'll cover the rest of this dungeon in the next video, because honestly, this would be too long otherwise. Until then, this has been Tails109, and have a nice day.